Hey everybody, this is a follow-up video to my teams I want to be ranked video as a Georgia Tech fan. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the teams that we not necessarily want to beat, but that we need to beat, ranked in order. This is based purely on facts and not necessarily based on emotions. You know, a lot of the times what you want is a lot different than what you need. We're going to go down this list and see kind of where Georgia Tech needs to land, talk about maybe bowl eligibility, and where we're at in our program. So started out right off the bat, this was actually my number 12 team last time, and it's my number 1 team this time, Northern Illinois Huskies. And that's right, I picked Northern Illinois over KSU because I think Northern Illinois will be an easier game. They didn't win a single game last year. They're one of the worst teams in the FBS. And I know FBS and FCS is completely different ball game, but I'll talk about KSU in a second. Northern Illinois is our first game. It's at home, and it's just against a god-awful team. So I expect to come in here and blow this team absolutely out of the water. If we trip up here, we're in trouble because this is our easiest game, in my opinion. Number 2, KSU. Kennesaw State is another in-state university that is FCS, so it should be easier than Northern Illinois, right, which is a FBS team. Well, not necessarily. I think since they run the triple option, this will be a harder game than Northern Illinois. And it's sad that I kind of, most teams get to frickin' just look over these games, but I'm talking about them because, we need to prove ourselves in these games because we haven't got past the level where we can't talk about every single game. I don't know if they're trolling or not. A lot of people expect us to lose to KSU because they run the triple option, and then, of course, we lost to the Citadel a couple years ago. But listen, our team is radically different from back then. The talent difference alone should be enough to handle KSU. I mean, our offense is no question. We'll blow them out of the water easily. But I really want to see something out of Collins' defense. I don't want them to come in here into our stadium. It is week 2. I'm not wanting them to come into our stadium and, give us any kind of trouble at all because that would be just awful. It would be horrible, and I honestly think that this is going to be a harder game. A lot of people think we're going to lose to them. I don't think so. I don't think there's any way because we're going to be much better this year. But I think that KSU is deserving of the number 2 spot. Okay, number 3. This might shock some people, is actually Pittsburgh. Now, I know they're a really tough team, but I truly believe that it would do more good for our program to beat Pitt than to beat Duke or Virginia Tech or, some other ACC team. They were number 1 on my want-to-beat list, right under Georgia, who is number 0. But the Pitt game now, just of what happened last year, is more than just a matchup against a team that might be even more talented than us. It's a game we need to win to kind of show that our program has passion. We're not going to take things laying down. We're not just going to get beat by the same team twice in a row. It was so chippy last year. I just want to – Coach Collins, since he's come in here, has injected new life into the program. What was old-fashioned and a little bit boring before is now has got some heart. So I want to see that in this Pitt game. I think it's really important that we beat Pitt. I can't stress that enough. I don't want some team to come and beat us like that one year and have what was such a tough fought game and we just lay down and take it again the next year, especially with all the extracurricular activities that went on at the Pitt game. Maybe I'm letting some emotion take control of this again, but like I said, I truly do think that beating Pitt would be more beneficial than any other ACC team to our program. Okay, number 4 is Duke. We need to beat Duke again. Listen, they've had our number for the past however many years, and we finally got the monkey off our back last year. I had them kind of low ranking on my want-to-beat list. If you're talking purely strength of schedule, Duke is the easiest team we play in the ACC. So it's pretty high ranking on this list. it's looking like Duke is going to have a really bad year this year. So we need to not slip up here. I doubt we do. I really don't think we're going to lose to Duke. I mean, I think it's an easy win, to be honest. I got them ranked high. It's our easiest ACC game. Next is Virginia Tech. Listen, Virginia Tech, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Justin Fuente is not the guy. I think he gets fired this year. And in fact, I think it's possible that he gets fired after the Georgia Tech game. We are at a place on their schedule where they come in, they could possibly have a decent record. We get them at home, and it's lined up for us to be able to beat them down and get Fuente fired, and I think that's what we need to do. Fuente is not the guy. I don't think he's got the program headed in the right direction, and they lose a lot on their team offense this year. And I'm just not a believer in Virginia Tech. This I would consider our second easiest ACC game. All right, number 6. This will be the team that we need to beat if we want to get bowl eligible, in my opinion. Either number 6 or 7, but I think this is more likely is Virginia. Okay, we do have to go on the road to play them, and they're not going to be a bad team. In fact, they'll be pretty good as far as ACC goes. But we get a bye week before them, and I think we can pull it off. I mean, we've had some good games, in the past. I feel like this game could sneakily be evenly matched. It's not like Virginia is going to be that much more talented than us. I don't think so. Pulling off this win against Virginia would be huge. It would get us to bowl eligibility, in my opinion, before we have to kind of face the back half of our schedule, which is brutal. It's our last game where the odds are maybe 50-50 for us to win. So I just think it's important. Okay, number 7. Possibly if we lose the Virginia game, we might be able to sneak up and get Boston College for bowl eligibility. Some people I've seen aren't as high on Boston College as I am and have us beating them, which surprises me. I think Boston College was going to have a really good year this year. They've really impressed me with the success that they've had lately, and I think they're going to have a great year. We do get them at home, so it is possible, but last year, I don't know, they kind of whooped us, so I don't really expect to beat them. I had them beating us in my prediction video of the Tech schedule, but it is possible. It's one of our more possible games. I mean, hey, maybe we'd beat Virginia and Boston College and we'd be pretty good. I don't know. This right here is almost where I think our ceiling is for the season. We could pull off these 7 games, and I doubt we pull off the next 5 games unless it's some kind of miracle. But these next 5 teams are super strong, and they've kind of made names for themselves lately. There's a big conversation around them, and it's going to be tough for us to take down any of them. Starting with Miami at number 8, I think they're the weakest of the teams, but they're by far no pushover. They're going to be looking to win the Coastal this year. They're going to be good. I know I've been predicting them to go 8-4. That doesn't mean they're not going to be a good team. While they did have some close games last year against maybe some mid-tier ACC teams, they did beat them, so they were able to separate themselves from that kind of area of the ACC where everybody beats each other. I think they'll be the second-best team in the Coastal. It'll be a tough game. We got to go on the road, so losing this game would not be the end of the world. Number 9, UNC. Man, they're going to win the Coastal this year. They're going to be really good. We do get them at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. So it would be really cool to come in there and beat them, but I just don't see it happening. Although UNC is the type of team to slip up and lose to some crazy random team like they lost to Virginia and FSU last year twice in a row. But they have real high hopes for this season. They're going to be looking to take down Clemson. I think they take another step forward in this season, and I doubt that they drop too many of those games. They dropped 2 last year. They might drop 1 this year, but the chances of it being against us, I'm not so sure about. So, and it wouldn't be an embarrassing loss to lose to UNC either. So, I got them at number 9. Okay, number 10, Notre Dame in South Bend. This is going to be a tough one. They were in the playoffs last year. I know they're going to take a step back this year, but they're so talented, and it's not going to be easy for us to get this win. I mean, I just don't see any way unless it's some kind of – we're not even like a trap game for them. They get us at like an easy stretch at the end of their schedule, so it would be really sweet to beat Notre Dame. I just don't think it happens. Number 11, Georgia. We get them at home, and it's our biggest rival. But Georgia, has playoff hopes. They're one of the best few teams in the country, and we're just not anywhere close to that level. It would be really great to beat them, and I would love to. They're, number one on my list, my most hated team of all time ever. But as far as what we need to be, nobody's going to expect Collins to come in here and beat Georgia this year. I mean, it's just not a lot of teams are going to beat them. Maybe Clemson beats them. Oh, speaking of number 12, Clemson on the road. I think they're a playoff team. They're going to win the ACC. We have to go on the road to play them. It's just not in the cards for us to have any kind of game against Clemson, although I don't want to get blown out in the fashion that we did last year because that was terrible. So there you have it. I've ranked Georgia Tech's schedule from 1 to 12 in the order that I think we need to beat them. It is one hell of a schedule. I mean, look at that 7 through 12 list of games. That is not a bad group of teams right there. We definitely have it cut out for us this year. Can we get to bowl eligibility? I think it's possible. The most likely scenario I see is 5-7. I did predict us to go 6-6 because I think that we're capable of it. But I think our floor is 5-7. Our ceiling is 7-5. That's the kind of range I would put us into. If we lost more than 5 games, I would be surprised. And if we won more than 7, I would be surprised. On paper, we should be a really good team this year. But, hey, there's still the question of Collins' coaching. He can recruit like hell. He can get the players psyched up and everything. But does he have the scheming, the game day coaching to be able to pull off a bowl? I really hope so. We need it bad. If we want to get our program to where it needs to go, we want to keep these recruits that we've got for this 2022 class, we're going to need to make a bowl this year, I think. So, all right, you guys. That's all that I got for you guys today. Go Jackets, and I'll see you next time.